Hello and welcome back, everyone. Scootsy16 here with another episode of the Super Mega World Series, and we're coming off of a crazy Game 4 in which we saw a 9-0 lead evaporate for the Twin Cities Blue Ox, but they managed to outlast the Epics, winning 10-9 in 6 innings, and today is going to be a fun game. We're heading to Game 5. This will be the first Game 5 of the tournament, and we'll see two Titans on the mound. We'll see Maurice Brick of the Blue Ox, #2 pick for their team, going off against the #1 pick, Elmo Slayer for the Arizona Epics. It is Monster versus Epic region here today, and I want to see how this one ends. We will be determining a champion of the Mega Division or Conference, excuse me, in this one, and it is going to hopefully be everything we have ramped it up to be. So setting the lineup here for the Blue Ox, as you can see, a very rattled Blammo Tamale at the bottom of the order will maintain his spot in right field, going to be batting in the 9th spot today, which is crazy. You have Robin Yu and Guy Gold sitting on the bench right now. You also have geez, I was mixing up two teams last time out. My apologies. But yeah, we are going to see locked in Squinch, Hito, and Jackie Slam there. That's going to be a very scary part of the lineup for Elmo. But Maurice Brick on the mound, ready to do some damage. We are heading back to Red Rock Park. That means we are going to be seeing the away uniform here for the Monster region. We head to the other side, set the lineup here. A lot of locked-in players. Jesus, Mashadonga, what are you doing here? I want to kick her out the team so bad for Merriweather, but I will not. And she gets the leadoff spot today. She is the only tense person in this offense, and she's leading things off. Again, as I mentioned before, you could replace Masha with Charlie Lopez directly and probably get an upgrade here. As you can see right here, just be a huge upgrade altogether. I don't know why they're scared to use Charlie Lopez, especially with Ace Exterminator, which will be activated and would have likely been activated for most of this tournament as well, which is absolutely insane. But you also could have Hanley Dexter playing his primary position of shortstop and then bringing Kitty Kaufman in to play second base. But again, we don't get to decide this. I've already made the decision that I will only use the suggested lineup for this. The Epics will be home. We head to Red Rock Park. Let's kick this one off. Game 5 series decider here as we will move on to the finals with whichever team wins this one, and we'll be meeting the Centralia Blazers of the Boss region in the Super Mega World Series finals. So we'll see. It is going back and forth for every game in this in this 5-game series. So that would lead you to believe that this is the Epics game to win. They are also at home, so they have an advantage here. But the Blue Ox have been showing up that signature offense that they were created around. So we'll see if that ends up helping them out. Now, Elmo Slayer had an amazing first game that he pitched. As he starts things off with a fly out to center field. Jock Sports goes down for out number 1. Squinch Toot Whistle being one of the hotter hitters in the tournament right now, batting .423 with 5 home runs. Also has 12 RBIs. She's locked in. Elmo has to be very careful with this section of the lineup. He gets a really good changeup for strike 2 there, and K Collector will activate, and there it is. Squinch throws the bat down. She walks back to the dugout. The free agent signing for the Monster region has been everything she's cracked up to be. Here comes Hito Moonshada. He's definitely going to be looking for anything in the top half of the zone. And he gets it there, and he sends it up the middle. Base hit with 2 outs to get this first inning going for the Monster region. With no speed over at first base, we're going to see locked in Jackie Slam with Tier 2 Ace Exterminator, batting .591 with 4 home runs, 11 RBIs. I imagine she might be in the running for #1 player in the tournament right now. It actually might be between three different Monster Region players, if that's, with how they've been playing. That one popped foul, and it lands. 2-1 count here. Getting a swinging strike is Elmo Slayer. Now he'll have K Collector. Ball low and inside, and runner will go. Fouled back there. We'll do it again. Runner takes off with full count. Another foul. Staying alive is Jackie Slam. And she'll take ball 4 just inside. Elmo Slayer has to be pissed right now at that call, but it did look like it did not catch the plate. It looks like it just missed. But now 2 on, 2 out for Razzie Dazzler, batting 444. She has a solo home run in this tournament, and that is all she has done from a production standpoint. Been able to get on base, though. And here she grounds to first. Muffin Studwick of the Epics will step on the bag and end the inning. So a walk and a base hit and a walk get stranded, and that'll be the top of the first for you. So Elmo Slayer gets his job done. Now we'll see Maurice Brick, number 2 pick for the Monster Region. Did not have a great time out last time against the Chicago Dogs. We'll see if he can right the ship here against the Epics. Starting with Mashadonga, who, while tense, still gets a base hit there. She jogs to first base, and she's on with a leadoff single. Now Darcy Hicks walks up. He's locked in, batting 400 with 4 home runs, 7 RBIs. I believe he had a 3-run homer in the last game. That was part of that big 8-run inning that they had in the 5th in that last one to catch way up. And he'll send one up the middle. So 2 batters faced and 2 runners on base against Maurice Brick. And with his volatile trait, this is not a good place for him to be, as Hack Liner is locked in with Tier 2 Ace Exterminator. And you'll see that Tier 2 volatile for Maurice Brick, he's still in neutral, but with a bad at-bat here, that might change very quickly. Nice pitch there, but just misses it and pulls a foul. Takes the ball outside. 2-1 count here for Hack, batting 478, 2 home runs and 7 RBIs. He chases inside and fouls it off. 2-2 here for Brick. He'll foul one off again, and it's going to stay 2-2. Way at the top of the zone. Saw that curveball. Thought it was going to drop down to him. He'll strike out swinging, and that'll be out number 1. That's definitely what Maurice Brick needed right there. And now he sees Sluggy Boomhauer locked in, and right past the diving first baseman into right field. Runners will have to hold Hito at first today. Couldn't get to that one, and now bases are loaded with 1 out. For Hanley Dexterez, your number 2 player drafted for the Epics, has not been what we hoped from him in this tournament. Batting 348, which is respectable, but 0 home runs and 3 RBIs. Looking for a fastball here. Gets an off-speed pitch, fouls it off. 2-2 count. Almost chases, but checks his swing and holds full now. And oh my God, he got him fooled. Hanley loses mojo as he takes a strike 3, or he swings through strike 3 way late on a fastball right down the middle. The fastball hitting Hanley Dexterez didn't know what hit him there. Bounces off the glove of Jock Softine and couldn't get the tag, Maurice Brick. And that's going to be a run scored on a pass ball, maybe a wild pitch. We'll have to see the scoring later. But a big mess up there for the Blue Ox will allow the first run to score. There's a backhand play for the second baseman's toot whistle. Over to first to finally end the inning. But that could have gotten really ugly. The Epics managed to walk away with one run there, but it wasn't looking good after getting their bases loaded. Maurice Brick with a good recovery. So here comes Button Butterson against Elmo Slayer. Button's getting hot as of late, batting 235, but a lot of that has come in the last couple of games. A grounder to Studwick will get out number 1 easy. Jacques Softine with Tier 3 first pitch Slayer, batting 364. He's run into a couple here in this tournament. He has not been often enough as what the Monster Region would be expecting here. 1-1 count. Ball outside. 2-1 now with 1 out. And Softine will take ball 3 high. 3-1. Batter's favor, and it's fouled back, so K Collector activates on the full count. And there's ball 4. Second walk for Elmo Slayer. Very uncharacteristic of him. I know he has to be careful with some of these bigger bats in the lineup, but man, he has been very gun shy against some big hitters like Jackie Slam and Jacques Softin. Here comes Kasha Ammon, batting 429, and a grounder to Studwick. He does not have the noodle arm activate there, and he's able to turn the double play. We'll go 3-6-3 to end the inning. So despite the walk, another runner stranded. That now is 3 for the through 2 innings for the Monster region. And we head to the bottom of the second, 1-0. Maurice Brick still in neutral mojo. Willie Bacon walks up, fouls the first pitch he sees, and takes a ball inside. Batting average over 500 at 556 with 1 home run and 3 RBIs. 5 RBIs, excuse me. And he'll get a pretty easy walk, all things considered. That first pitch was a strike on the foul, but after that, there was not much of a competitive pitch from Maurice Brick. So runner on first, good speed. Harmony Strauss is locked in, looking for a fastball. She gets it and fouls it off. 368 with 4 home runs and 7 RBIs, has been a big producer in this lineup. And she'll get a fastball she pushes the other way into left field, and now we'll have 2 on and nobody out. Same thing we saw in the first inning for Maurice Brick. So he has not been clean up to this point. Here comes Ray's Rufo. Oh, and he gets beaned. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but Maurice Brick gets him right in the kidney. We'll have to see if that ends up damaging him in any way, fitness-wise. It doesn't look like it, but now full count, or I'm sorry, bases are loaded. Infield drawn in with nobody out. So again, another opportunity with Mashadonga up at the plate. She frozen as she checks her swing on strike 3, and man, again, why? Anyways, that's out number 1 on the called strike 3. Maurice Brick still tense after the beanball. I imagine another out here could get him back to neutral mojo. Taking a strike at the bottom of the zone is Darcy. 1-1 count. And he'll send one deep left field carrying. That one's got a chance, and that's going to get into the Red Rock bleachers. In the left field, a grand slam for Darcy Hicks. His hot streak continues, a 5th home run and 11th RBI of the tournament, going 409, and that'll break things open. 5-0 Epics, and Maurice Brick was tense. Is he rattled now? He is the workhorse pitcher and your number 2 draft pick, completely dropping the ball here, pun intended, for the Twin Cities Blue Hawks, who are on the verge of elimination if they can't find a way to battle back. And he responds with a walk on 4 pitches to Hack Liner. So Sluggy Boomhauer comes back up, 1 for 1 with a single. Maurice Brick's still out there. And Sluggy, holy shit, he hit that one. He was geared up, but just ahead of it, and it tails foul. The exit velocity on that thing was nuts. He pulls one foul, he's down 0-2, and he'll pop up behind the plate. Jacques Softin getting back quickly, calling it, and runner will have to hold there. That's out number 2. Henley Dexteris had bases loaded and nobody out when he came up, and he struck out. He is tense now. After a really ugly at-bat, he gets ahead of the count here, 2-0. Fastball inside, doesn't hit him in the knee somehow. And with a 3-0 count, he gets the red light there. 3-1, still hitters count. Mistiming the slider there. Full now, runner takes off, and it hits off of the glove of Jacques Softin, and that's going to be a walk. I don't know how it didn't hit Dexteris for the second time in this at-bat, but he'll be on first now. Maurice Brick gets pulled for Max Texas. Max at full stamina, but man, he is not having a good tournament either as he gets one to Muffin Stutwick into the left field corner. Razzie Dazzler gets it into second base quickly, but a run will score from second. We'll now see first and third, and we've batted around. The Epics now coming back to the top of the order in this inning with Willie Bacon, who walked in his first plate appearance in this at-bat. in this inning. It is now 6-0 Epics. Blue Ox floundering. Their pitching staff has been the weakest part of their team, but of course you expect so much more from Maurice Brick, even against a top-tier offense like this. And Willie Bacon will be thrown out at first base. A nice backhand from shortstop turned third baseman Buttons Butterson, who gets it over to first in time. But an ugly inning. 5 runs come across for the Epics. They get a grand slam as well as an RBI single from Muffin Studwick. And Elmo Slayer has a cushion with Blamo Tamale coming up for the first time, rattled. Batting 174. And again, 2 home runs and 4 RBIs all happened in that first game of the tournament. He does find his way on base here as he gets one past the first baseman. Diving Studwick could not get to it as he doesn't naturally play first. And that's going to be bringing Tamale's mojo back to tense now instead of rattled. He'll be on first base with great speed and a dribbler up the towards the plate, towards the pitcher's mound. Elmo Slayer, a good defender, gets to that one and throws it to first to get the easy out. Runner does advance to second, so now a runner in scoring position for Toot Whistle. Pulls the string on the changeup and gets her whiffing right through that. And another base hit to right field, so Boomhauer comes up throwing, but runners will hold at first and third here with 1 out for Hito Moonshada. Toot Whistle keeps the line moving. We'll see if Hito Moonshada, who's locked in, can do the same. 417, 3 home runs, 5 RBIs, gets a high pitch in the last at-bat, and he sent it up the middle for a base hit. And he gets a high pitch here, but he chased out of the zone. And it is going in foul territory, but Muffin Studwick naturally chasing down those fly balls, and he's able to catch up to that one. Catch it right up against the wall in foul territory for out number 2. Missed opportunity for Moonshada. Now it's a matter of whether Jackie Slam can pick it up for the team. This would be a big opportunity for this monster region. She has got Ace Exterminator activated and RBI Hero. She falls behind 0-2, so K Collector will activate for Slayer on his 45th pitch, and she stays just alive, dribbling foul down the third baseline. Oh my God. Jackie Slam does it again. A no-down shot off the top of the batter's eye. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. The angle was perfect. Bounces off the top of that wall in dead center field. 456 for her 5th home run and 14th RBI, bringing the Blue Ox back into action here as it is now 6-3, cutting the lead in half. Elmo Slayer gets pulled from that pitch, and Never Walker will come in. Never Walker has been great in relief appearances throughout this tournament, and he'll face off against Razzie Dazzler. 2-2 count here with 2 outs. Tough out activates a tier 3 for Dazzler, and she'll use it to get a base hit into right. So third base hit this inning for the Blue Ox offense into right field. Dazzler gets mojo as she stands on first with 2 outs. And Butterson will walk up to the plate. 0 for 1 today. Durr has been probably one of the best pitchers in this tournament, outside of the Blazers starting rotation. Hack Liner will scoop and toss to first, and that'll end the inning. Big 3-run homer for Jackie Slam as she stays hot. And the Arizona Epics felt very safe with a 6-run lead and Elmo Slayer on the mound. But now lead in half as Max Texas will come back out to the mound here against Harmony Strauss. Harmony falls behind 0-2. She'll take a ball high. Two count. She stays alive on a foul ball there. And there's strike 3 taken right there on the inside part of the plate. Max Texas finding his spot. And he capitalized to get the backwards K. And Ray's Rufo will come up. He got hit in the kidney in his last at-bat, or plate appearance, I should say. Fitness is still fine. And he'll get a high pitch and send it into right field, but not enough on it, as he didn't get all barrel, and Blamo Tamale will track that down at the wall for out number 2. Mashadonga comes up. She's 1 for 2. She had a single to start the game, and then she struck out looking in her last at bat, completely frozen with the bases loaded. And she gets an off-speed pitch, but well ahead of it and pulls a foul, so she'll fly behind 1-2. Texas looking to get out of a clean inning here. 2-2 count, and she just stays alive, fouling that one straight back. And a dribbler to second. Should do it. His toot whistle goes to Moonshada, and that'll be out number 3. So, a quiet, epic offensive inning here in the bottom of the third. Good on Max Texas for trying to shut him down. We'll see how long he can go in this game, but Jacques Softin will now come up. He walked in his last at-bat, getting Tier 3 first pitch Slayer against Never Walker, and it's taken outside for a ball. There's a strike that drops in on the curve. Nice pitch from Never Walker. Durr gets ahead on the count here, 1-2. And a little grounder to second base should be easy for Dexteris as he'll toss to first for out number 1.
Number 15, Kasha Emmett.
Here comes Emin 0 for 1. Having an okay tournament, not cashing them in like she wants to, but definitely doing her part, batting 400. 2-0 count here, and Never Walker gets a foul. Another fastball for strike 2 right down the middle, and the curveball just misses the top of the zone. Cabozda activates on the full count, and she'll foul 1 back. So we'll do it again, and there's strike 3. Pulls the string, throws the curveball, and gets her completely off guard. She swings right through it, and that's out number 2. So Tamale coming up now, tense instead of rattled. Got a base hit in his last at-bat. Finds the off-speed pitch, but well ahead and pulls a foul. Another off-speed, but he pushes it foul this time. 0-2. Takes a fastball inside. Never Walker gets another foul, and it's going to stay 1-2. Ball in the dirt. Good block from Strauss. Strike at ball at the top of the zone, they call it. And full count here, 2 outs. Tamale will take ball 4 as they're just not giving that top of the zone pitch. And Never Walker does the opposite of what his name says. And he walks the first batter, I think, in this tournament. He was definitely getting to the end of his day as he gets tired. Strider comes in to replace him. Great speed on first and Tamale. Amazing arm behind the plate. Jacques Sports has been quiet as of late, but still batting .467 with 2 home runs and 4 RBIs. A good opportunity for the Blue Ox here. With 2 outs, looking to see if they can keep a rally going here. And Sports will fly out to, or line out to Mashadonga, who catches that right off the top of the dirt there, heading up the middle, and that'll be a clean inning. So, quiet inning for both teams here. And we head to the bottom of the 4th, starting with Darcy Hicks, who had that huge grand slam in his last at-bat. Between him and Strauss and Liner, the offense is coming in spades for the Epics, and he hits another one hard. That one just off the middle of the wall, and because he hit it so hard, he has to stay at first base on a ball that was just demolished to dead center field. Good on Jackie Slam to get to that quickly, and a clean play holds the runner at first to lead this one off. Max Texas getting tired. He's approaching the 25 pitch mark, and holy shit, there it goes. Hack Liner says, you know what? Anything you can do, I can do better. He hits a 2-run shot to right center field. A no-doubter. Going 482. That one is the deepest ball, or the hardest hit ball of this game so far. He gets a mojo boost. 2-run shot makes it 8-3 now. It doesn't matter what this Blue Ox offense does. Their pitching staff will not let them stay in this game. And here comes Elaine Munstar, who is probably the most talented pitcher in this bullpen. She falls behind 3-0. Boomhauer takes strike 1 on a clear red light. Takes strike 2. Full count now for Boom. And he'll pull it foul there. We'll do it again. Still nobody out. And a liner into right field will get down, and that's another base hit. So 3 consecutive batters reach here in the bottom of the 4th. Hanley Dexter is now 0 for 1. He did walk in his last at-bat. And a fastball goes right down the line, right over the bag at third base. And it's going to be a single. Runners on first and second, still nobody out. And Muffin Studwick will come up betting 500 now on the tournament with 1 for 2 day, a single and an RBI in his first at bat. Maybe a second, I can't remember. And he gets underneath that one, skies to center field. Jackie Slam at the edge of the warning track will catch that. Runner will tag up and head to third, sliding in safely. And that'll be the first out of the inning. Now first and third with 1 out for Willie Bacon. 0 for 1 with a walk. Looking for an outside pitch. Runner takes off for second, but it's fouled off. We'll be watching to see if they try and steal again. Ofteen does have a good arm behind the plate. Doesn't matter. Base hit to center field, and that'll get down for Jackie Slam. Sliding into third base safely, and nice play from Willie Bacon as he reads the throw and realizes he can advance to second base, and so that's an RBI double. Runners on second and third. Elaine Munstar gets pulled immediately, and Braun Thunderchump will now come in. You're not likely to see a high pressure situation in this one, at least for now, as the game is down. They're down by 6. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! What the hell? Jock Sports gets a grounder right to him. He sends it home, throws the cannon arm, and it dirts the throw. Misplay from Jock Sports as he can't scoop it. Dead to rights at home was Hanley Dexteras, but then when the ball got bobbled, it looked like he was going to slide in safely. Somehow Jock Sports still scooped the ball and still applied the tag before the runner could score. Called out at home, and 2 outs, 1-2 count here for Ray's Rufo with a runner on first and second. That was a fielder's choice. Double steal here on the full count pitch. Bounces off the glove of Braun Thunderchump and not going to get to first in time. An infield single will now load the bases with 2 outs for Masha Donga. Who else but Masha? Average up to 160 right now after a base hit earlier. She gets an off-speed pitch again, pulls a foul. She falls behind 0-2. She tries swinging again. Shatters the bat. If anybody here plays any standard Super Mega League, I can't imagine anybody is feeling good about what they've seen from Masha Donga in this tournament. They finally pull Masha for Charlie Lopez. This is more of a defensive shift, apparently, as Masha is now rattled. Charlie will stay at short. Well too overdue. 0-2 count here, and Toot Whistle will ground right to Muffin Studwick. He has been busy all day today. That's out number 1.
Number 6, Hito Munshada.
Munshada has missed his opportunities today. He's 1 for 2 with a single, but he had a big chance in his last at-bat, and he ended up fouling out. Takes a strike low, 1-1 count. Langdon Strider trying to stay clean, as he has been successful so far in this tournament in his limited appearances. 2-2 count, and another pop-up that's going to go foul. Strider, the last pick in the draft for the Arizona Epics, but has been one of the more productive bullpen pitchers for this Epic region. 2-2 count, staying alive as Munshada, as he's been fouling pitch after pitch, spoiling those Strider sliders. But instead there, he takes the pitch on the inside part of the plate. I'm sure Munshada has something to say to the ump as he walked back to the dugout. But that's a called strike 3 on a very dirty pitch from Langdon Slider. And Jackie Slam will rocket one into the right field corner. It ricochets off of the wall and right to Sluggy Boomhauer. So it's going to be a very hard hit single for Slam. But she's in first base right now with 1 out, and 2 outs, and Razzie Dazzler comes up locked in. She has a chance to do something. As she does, she gets a base hit up the middle, and that'll be 2 on and 2 out. The ladies getting it done for the Monster region. So we'll see what Buttons can do. He's 0 for 2 today. Like I said, he's been hotter as of late. Buzz past him. finally getting his chance. He's been wanting to start a game for this whole tournament. This is his first appearance. Let's go take a look at a little bit about Buzz Pastum as he gets a strikeout there on Buttons Butterson, and that's going to end the inning. So first batter faced, and it's a strikeout for Buzz Pastum. 10th round pick from the B-Wolves. B-plus long reliever with specialist and elite four-seam fastball. I don't think he had specialist active in that at bat, but I did not catch it. We'll have to check it out next time. And here comes Thunder Chump will stay out there. Falls behind 3-0 to Darcy Hicks, who is red hot right now. And he'll be walked on 5 pitches, so no challenge there from Darcy Hicks. He just doing his job. He grabs his lunch pail and he goes to work. He's standing on first for Hack Liner, who had a huge 2-run shot in his last at-bat. That one went 482, possibly the longest home run of the tournament. Gets ahead 2-0, and Big Hack will activate here. We'll see if he capitalizes. That was the pitch right there. He took it for strike one. And a grounder hit hard, but Toot Whistle will scoop and go to go to second base. Jock Sports almost gets the double play, but Hack Liner hustling down the line prevents the double play. Instead, it's a fielder's choice, and they'll trade places at first. One out for Sluggy Boomhauer, still locked in. I believe he got a hit in his last at-bat. I think he's 2 for 3 today. 2-1 count here. Thunder Chump passed 25 pitches today. 3-1 count for Sluggy, and it's a base hit to right field. So he'll continue to find success here today, and it'll be 2 on, 1 out. And Hanley Dexteris comes up 1 for 2 with a walk and a single. He got thrown out at third base on a mistake from him, and he gets this one over the shortstop into center field. 1 runner coming home, and the runners will hold at first and second, but scoring on that single will make this a 10-3 ball game, and it's looking less and less likely for the Monster region at this point in the bottom of the 5th. Braun's still out there as tense. Pressure is medium, but it doesn't affect the traits or the attributes just yet. 1-1 count for Studwick. Takes the curveball for strike 2. 1-2 count with 1 out. He'll take a ball high. 2 on. Checks his swing, and it'll be full. And a base hit fastball sent into right field. Lambo Tamale comes up throwing. Runner coming home. It's going to be a play at the plate, but cut off by Moonshada. I think that was a mistake. I think he scores anyways, but there could have been a play at the plate instead. Run scores on the RBI single from Muffin Studwick. And you're at the point where you bring in rattled Bradley Bowler to try and relieve Braun Thunderchump here in the bottom of the 5th. At this point, the Monster region is all but throwing in the towel. 0-2 count here for Bacon. He does get struck out, so Bradley Bowler trying to overcome his demons right now. And he'll have to do it again against Harmony Strauss with 2 outs and runners on first and second. What a play from Jack Sports. He gets up, doesn't get the cannon arm, but doesn't need it, as Strauss is one of the slowest runners in the game. And somehow Jack Sports able to make the play and end the inning. So Bradley Bowler gets bailed out, but not before a few runs come across, and it is now 11-3. We're in the top of the 6th. This is the last chance for the Blue Ox. They need 8 runs to tie, starting with Jacques Softin. 1-1 count. He fouls one off there. 1-2 count, and that'll be popped up and foul, and that'll get down. This is a lefty versus lefty matchup, so you will see the specialist trade activated. It was not activated against Buttons Butterson, confirming that, as Jacques Softin strikes out for out number 1. Kasha Emmon will now come up 0 for 2. Quiet today. Buzz Pastum will not get his specialist trade activated. Gets a strike there at the bottom of the zone. He's throwing some gas right now. 1-2 count. And the 2-seam fastball will ground to second base, and Dexteris will take his time over to first. That'll be out number 2, and Pastum now getting a mojo boost against Blamma Tamale. 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. He has reached base in both of his plate appearances. He is the last chance for the Blue Ox right now. He is still tense. Ball outside, 1-1 count for past him. You'll see that specialist trait at tier 2 activated against him. Ball high, 2-2 count with 2 outs. Top of the 6th. Blue Ox down to their last strike, and Blam Tamale kind of fitting there as he strikes out to end the game and the hopes of the Monster region. Your Arizona Epics of the Epic region will be advancing to the Super Mega World Series Championship Finals. And they earned it. I mean, this matchup between these two teams was amazing, but man, the Epic offense was epic in this series. They just kept showing up. Even their losses were just misses. They just barely fell behind. Blue Ox just could not get it done. Their pitching staff was too weak for that Epic offense, and they win this one 11-3. 11 hit runs on 15 hits versus 3 runs on 7 hits for the Blue Ox. Offensively, 0 for 3 day from Jock Sports. He's been hot for most of the tournament. Finishes with a 452 average, but man, he was cold today. Squinch Toot Whistle went 1 for 3, did score a run. Moonshada was quiet, 1 for 3 day. Jackie Slam doing her thing. She walked once. She had a home run, a 3-run shot, 2 for 2 day overall. Razzie Dazzler 2 for 3, and then a 1 for 2 day from Blammo. A run scored and a walk as well. But the rest of the offense very quiet today, only getting those 3 runs on that home run from Jackie Slam. On the other side, Mashadonga gets a base hit. She scores a run. She gets pulled for Charlie Lopez late after being just awful at the plate. Darcy Hicks, could he be the number 1 player? We'll see that in just a moment here, but he's 3 for 3, 1 home run, 4 RBIs, a grand slam. He also walked once. Hackliner, not to be outdone, goes 1 for 3 with 3 runs scored, a walk, and a 2-run shot. We have a 3 for 4 day from Sluggy Boomhauer. He's up to a 536 average, which is insane. 2 runs scored for him. Dexter is 2 for 3, finally getting things turned around. He walked once and got an RBI, nearly scored a run, but got thrown out at home. Studwick, decent day. He went 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Willie Bacon, 1 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI. Strauss scores a run. Rufo scores a run. And that's your offense for the Arizona Epics. Pitching-wise, it's ugly on the Blue Ox side. Brick only goes 1 2/3, giving up 5 hits, 5 earned runs, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, and a home run. His ERA up to 13.94. He gets the loss. His second in 3 pitching appearances. I forgot his second one there. My apologies. Max Texas, not much better. 1 1/3, giving up 3 hits, 2 earned runs on a home run and 1 strikeout. Munstar couldn't get the job done. She goes a third of an inning, 3 hits, 1 earned run. Braun Thunderchump, 1 inning, goes 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. And then Bradley Bowler surprisingly comes in and doesn't allow a runner to advance or a runner to reach. He goes 2/3 of an inning, getting a strikeout. Almost Slayer, not a great day here today. 2 2/3, giving up 4 hits, 3 earned runs. He walked 2, giving up a home run and only striking out once with that K collector trait. Never Walker was great. He did allow a walk. I think that was his first. He gets the win. He goes 1 inning, giving up a hit and a walk with a strikeout. Strider was solid, 1 inning of work, 2 hits, 1 strikeout, and then Buzz past him comes in for his first appearance, going 1 1/3, getting 3 strikeouts. So they were definitely buzzing him past him. Number 1, Darcy Hicks. Number 2, Jackie Slam. That'll be the first time we see her in the top 3 here. And then you see Hackliner at number 3. So, we have a finals set, ladies and gentlemen. We will see the Centralia Blazers versus the Arizona Epics. Let's take a look at the seeding here. It is going to be the 5-seed Epics versus the 7-seed Blazers. So it will be the Epics who will have home field advantage. But here's the disadvantage is because they went to 5 games, they don't get their number 1 starter here. So it is shifted down. It'll start with Bishop Fuller on the mound for the Epics against Manny Kays, the ace of the Blazers. So this will be really interesting matchup between these two teams. The offenses for both incredibly potent, We've seen some solid pitching performances, but we can absolutely say that the Blazers pitchers have the upper hand on the Epics right now. Plus, they have that extra day of rest. So we'll see how that plays out as we will bring ourselves to the tournament finals. The World Series will end in either Arizona or Centralia. And I am so excited to see this series. This one's going to be very intense. I personally believe that looking at this bracket and seeing how the games have played out, the two best teams have made it to the finals. Let me know if you think that's a hot take. Let me know if you think there was a team that better deserved to be here right now. And I'm agreeing. I'm saying that over my team. Production-wise, these are the two teams right here that earned their spot in the finals. So with that being said, there are two things that I want to do. I want to go take a look at the stats for the Twin Cities Blue Ox, and I want to take a look at the league leaders after 2 rounds before we head into the finals matchup here. So let's head over to the Blue Ox, taking a look at the team stats here, pitching or hitting wise first. I'd say Jock Sports was good, but not as good as I think we expected him to be. An OPS of 1.226 is pretty solid, but only 2 home runs and 4 RBIs. I think we absolutely expected him to be a bigger producer. He did have 4 doubles, which led the team. But again, I think he still was not as productive as we were expecting / hoping. Squinch Toot Whistle, the opposite. I don't think anyone saw her playing the way she did here. 5 home runs, 12 RBIs, batting .414 and a 1.433 OPS, 29 total bases. That's probably tops in the league, but still behind number 4 hitter there, Jackie Slam. We'll get to her in a moment. Squinch Toot Whistle was absolutely a success to draft in the late rounds. She was the 4th draft pick as well. Or, I'm sorry, the 2nd draft pick, last one for the Blue Ox team. Hito Munchada had his ups and downs. He was overall pretty productive. He did hit 3 home runs, 5 RBIs, a 385 average. So he was pretty solid, but again, not as productive as we would have liked. Jackie Slam, though, she could have the number 1 spot right now. At the very least, she's in the top 10 because she was on a heater for most of this tournament. 5 home runs, 14 RBIs, batting .625 with a 1.947 OPS, 31 total bases. She also had a double, but everything else was just, she was locked in this whole tournament, just absolutely on another level. Razzie Dazzler, just decent production for her. She went 500 with a home run, a solo shot. Buttons Butterson, bit of a disappointment offensively. He came on a little bit as of late, but he was a solid defender for this entire tournament. Then you have Jacques Softin. I think he was decent behind the plate. Definitely one of your bigger producers offensively. Kasha Emin was okay. She was kind of that table setter role. Blamo Tamale, big disappointment. In game 1, it looked like he was going to match Jackie Slam with his capabilities, but man, he went cold, like ice cold, for nearly this entire tournament. He showed up a little bit there in that last game, but not nearly enough to catch things up. We saw intermittent offense from, or potential, appearances from Mash Taters, from Rhonda Horn and Guy Gold. No offensive outing here for Robin Yu or Javier Hautier. So that's your offense. I think you can be happy with Squinch, Jackie Slam, be okay with Razzie, Hito, and Jock Sports, but the rest I think was a bit of a letdown. Let me know if you feel differently. Pitching wise, yeah, this is not good. Maurice Brick, 16 earned runs in 10.1 innings pitched. Disgusting. He had a 440 average against. He had a 2.61 whip in 3 games started. Only 8 strikeouts through 10 innings, 5 walks. He gave up 4 home runs. That's your ace. He can't do that. Jerry Caps was better. but really substandard pitching from this entire rotation. Ansel Krause was a disappointment. Heidi Mabetz might be your best pitcher. She shut down the Chicago Dogs in her appearance. She also came in relief in one game as well. Um, but yeah, the starting pitching staff was definitely a disappointment. Bradley Bowler was awful, got stuck in way too long, way too often. Max Texas, Braun Thunderchump just completely gassed. And then you have Elaine Munstar, who was the best of the bunch, still gave up 3 earned runs through 7 innings. But I'd say you she's obviously the best on this team production wise, but I think you still hope for better from her too. So, the pitching staff was absolutely the reason this team did not get to advance any further. But offense had some holes in it as well, especially after that first series. So, who do you think it is? League leader, number one in the top 10. My guess is either Darcy Hicks. Oh, you know what? Slash Trips might be in there. Or it could be Jackie Slam. That might be your top three, but not in that particular order. Let's see. Manny Kays. Manny Kays getting 2 complete games and 2 starts. Yeah, that's justified. Yeah, he went 12 innings, getting 16 strikeouts, a 100 average with a .33 whip. Yeah, he earned it. Jackie Slam number 2. You see Slash Trips number 3 and Darcy Hicks number 4. Yeah, I that's fair. That's totally fair. Man, this is a crazy production from this top 5. Kerwin Arches has 2 complete games as well. 10 strikeouts, a 100 average, a .42 whip, .75 ERA. Manny Kays has 2 complete game shutouts then, right? Is he not allowed an earned run? Jesus, that's crazy. Squinch Toot Whistle number 6. Hackliner number 7. Eronimus Jackson still in the top 8 or top 10 right now. Scoops Tomahawking, and then Sluggy Boomhauer. I imagine that Jackie Slam will stay in the top 10 even at the end of the World Series. I do think that Jackson and Toot Whistle will probably fall out of the top 10. We'll see some Blazers and some Epics pop in there. But yeah, I don't think Jackie Slam drops from 2. She was just way too productive. That's a good line for even a full tournament. But we'll hopefully see more from the rest of this production, or from these 2 teams. Slash Trips leading in average or batting average. Darcy Hicks, Jackie Slam, and Squinch Toot Whistle tied for first with 5 home runs apiece. Jackie Slam runs batted in, Squinch with number 2, and then Darcy Hicks number 3, Hieronymus Jackson, all with 10 or more RBIs. On base goes to Slash. He's actually leading all of the percentage categories. His OPS right now is 2.057. Jackie Slam in a close second with a 1.947. Just insane how productive Slash Trips has been. We'll see if he can carry that momentum against the Epics. Slash with 19 hits, Scoops with 15, Sluggy with 15, Jackie with 15 as well. Slash with 11 extra base hits, Darcy with 7, Squinch with 7, and then Blammo there leading the tournament in strikeouts. Mashadonga number 2. Again, they shouldn't have been in that lineup as often as they were. A run scored slash hack, Jock and Jackie all tied with 10. Johnny Bags and Jess Fowle of the Blue Rocks still leading in stolen bases, but really nothing like that has happened as we've seen a lot of runners caught stealing. I'm actually surprised that Slash Trips has been caught twice and has failed to have a successful stolen base. We'll see if he can make that work, but against Harmony Strauss, it's going to be a tall order. Pitching-wise, Dur Neverwalker was amazing for the Epics so far. We'll see if he can continue that. He has 3 wins right now. Manny Kays and Dur, both with no earned runs allowed. Saves tied with 1 save apiece. Then we head over to the second column here. Manny Kays with a .33 whip. Kerwin Arches right behind him with a .42 whip. And look at that. Top 4 out of the top 5 are all Blazers really just took it to that Soul Taker offense. Manny Kays and Kerwin tied for OBA. Kays, then South Palm, then Verde and Arches tied with at third there with 10. But Kays with 16 strikeouts. He has been phenomenal. And then you see South Palm with 14.04 strikeouts per nine. Manny Kays, Lefty South Palm, and Rotunda Black all with no walks so far. And then that strikeout to walk ratio at 16 for Manny Kays. So we'll see. Can Kays go for his third complete game shutout? Actually, I want to go take a look at that and confirm that that is the case. Two complete game shutouts and two games pitched. He's only allowed 4 total hits and no walks in 12 innings. Kerwin Arch's exact same thing, except for he did allow 1 walk and he did allow 1 earned run. These two right now are absolutely insane. That is crazy to see how successful that starting pitching staff has been. But can the Epics upset them? In any case, is going to come into this one locked in. We'll see if he can take down Bishop Fuller and the Arizona Epics at Red Rock Park in the next one. This is where we leave you. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you are excited. This was a fun matchup, and I'm glad to see we are approaching the conclusion. We'll see who comes out on top next time out. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll talk to y'all next time. Bye, everybody.